What's up, everybody? It's Brian from HASHWAREHUB. It's about 9 a.m. January 16, 2018. We're coming to you with a brand new Bitcoin trading video for the day. This is a kind of, I guess, a morning update based on last night's sell-off. Excuse me, but first, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you guys are watching us on DTube and Steam it. You can also do this similar type of operation of re-steaming us or upvoting us would be greatly appreciated. We're new on the block there. So let's get right into it here. We're looking at Bitcoin. This is a daily chart, and clearly we've been talking about this triangular formation amongst other formations for quite some time. And the market has decisively breached that, pretty much saying it doesn't care about it. Which is, you know, kind of what we had in mind possibly of actually happening. So if you remember going through our videos the past few days, at least, we've been talking about several different formations that this possibly could take. And one of the formations was an ABC correction. And that's exactly what looks like it's happening here. This would be A, this would be B, and this would be C. And the way in which an ABC correction plays out, it plays out in the basis of this is 3 waves, this is 3 waves, and this is 5 waves. So if this is 3 waves, and this is 3 waves, and this is 5 waves, so you can imagine how much further we have to go before this 335 is ABC correction finishes. Okay. If that's the case, we probably can hit down to these 9,000, 8,000 levels, these 9,000 levels, pretty easily. And I had said this some time ago and had repeated it several times before, and I basically got some hate mail from people saying that'll never happen, you don't understand what you're doing, etc., etc. Well, it looks to be more and more probable as each day has gone on that this is possibly a course that this could go. So right now the market's kind of sitting right on top of this wedge that we had drawn several days ago. And it looks like the market has respected that wedge prior. This wedge also happens to be pretty much right at the bottom of where A was. Okay, so there is some support here. It's also, you have what's going on here, you have what's going on here. So there's a lot of support right here. We'd have to see volume coming in and start selling. But I would never underestimate panic, ever. Never ever underestimate panic selling. Panic selling is one of the most powerful forces in the markets. First of all. Second of all, I think what people need to put into consideration is the fact that markets take a long time to correct. Okay, it's not something that's done overnight and then you move on. The name of the game is patience when it comes to trading. You need to be patient because the correction, one of the things about the correction, what the correction is really about is throwing off the weak holders. Okay? And it's very important because in order for the market to move up, you have to have strong holders. You have to have people that are convicted in the price going up and that they're not wishy-washy about their holdings. And this is part of that process. One of the things that we see with Bitcoin and also the altcoins as well is that the market tends to run up very quickly, and people are assuming that it also corrects very quickly as well. We've seen quick corrections in the past, but the market is starting to mature now with some larger institutions getting involved here. Therefore, it's maturing. So if it's maturing, then what will happen is that these corrections will take longer to play out. So with that said, let's take a look at the algorithms. The algorithms are giving us an idea of how much more this market has to fall. So let's take a look at that now. Alright, so what we're looking at here is daily data. This is Bitcoin. This is on the Poloniex exchange. And clearly this is what's going on right here, this tick down. So the trend vigor has fallen off and it's approximating a very bearish stance right now. We also have MACD, which crossed over some time ago, several days ago, about a week ago. And we have the sign indicator, which is starting to point up. But remember what I had also said, that sign indicator is not so great for daily bars, because daily bars are more trend-like than they are cyclical. The D trend is really what shows the whole story here. You see it peaked out right here, and it continues to move down for quite some time. Well, it peaked out well before the market actually peaked. Okay, and so this is something we've had an eye on. We've spoken about it for quite some time now, and the market has come down precipitously. There was the hidden support level that came in here, but then you can even see the day before this, down day, it disappeared. It said, I'm not so sure that there's any really support here at all. So this is an interesting thing here. And one of the things I want to show is, what does this look like overall? How can we measure this sell-off explicitly? How can we measure it? Not saying, well, it moved X amount of percent and this, that, and the other thing. No. How can we look at it deterministically? And this is exactly how you do it. We use it by using our D-trend indicator. And the D-trend indicator, one of the things it does is it removes a trend out of the market. So it almost becomes oscillator-like. It's almost an oscillator, but it's not a true oscillator. It doesn't actually approximate the mean of zero, but it gets close to it. Regardless, it's an amazing tool of going ahead and actually figuring out where you are within the market. When I say where you are you high? Are you low? Are you in between? How big is this sell-off? And you're able to compare things deterministically. So if we just have this where our crosshairs are right here, somewhere around this -2 level, we can see that the market has touched it several times before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost here, 6, and then here is 7. Okay, not only touched it here, it pierced through and moved up. This we're going to call more of an anomaly. But it could possibly happen again. So can we say that this market is sufficiently sold off? No, we can't. Unfortunately, we can't, because we have a lot of other data points that tell us and show us when the market has sufficiently sold off deterministically. So right now you can see where we are. Right here. We have a fair amount of space to come down before we get to these levels here where the market's been before. So possibly that could be the $8,000–$9,000 range on the market, where we would then go ahead and have a similar type of formation of the D trend as has shown here several times before. And you can notice just about every single time it's touched here, it's then gone ahead and began a new rally. Almost every single time. I think it's actually every single time. So it's quite a powerful tool. So we're going to leave it there right now. We're going to see what's going on throughout the day. Obviously, keep our eyes on it. If something major happens, then we'll make another video. So happy trading, and we'll speak to you soon.